end up doing the dealership license in that location, we're gonna give 2
It is like, shouldn't even be like legal to be this cold, bro. Nah. On days like this, bro, I gotta like loosen up, bro. It's fucking cold. What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video today. I hope you guys are doing well. I appreciate you coming on over to check out the channel. If you are new here, my name is Alex Moore. I'm 20 years old, but I'm really just a kid learning, figuring out life, doing a bunch of kid shit, bro. I mean, not really kid shit, but you know what I'm saying. 20-year-old stuff, showing you guys an inside scoop. The reason that I make YouTube videos is because I want to be able to have something to look back to in the future. And yeah, just memories and stuff to make along the way. So, it's always awkward when people... What the fuck? What the YouTube, y'all. We just caught that shit in 4K. Hold on. That was a bobcat, bro. Yo, I don't know if this lady saw that or not. What the fuck? Did you see that? Bro, what the fuck? Yo, I don't know if I got that on the camera or something, bro.
Do you know the way?
That was crazy. I've never even seen that animal. I think it was a bobcat. Yo, YouTube, I just watched the footage back. I unfortunately did not catch it in 4K, but that shit's funny as hell, bro, because I was dead ass freaking out, bro. I think I'm gonna leave the sunglasses on for this one just because it's, you know, sunny outside. My name is Alex Moore. I'm 20 years old. I have a couple different jobs, a couple different things that I do, which I'm gonna get into during this video. And if you saw the title of this video, it's gonna be 10 things that I wish that I knew, or I wish that I could tell my 19-year-old self. Or 10 things I wish I knew when I was 19 years old. I turned 20 back in November, so I've been 20 for a couple of months now. I'm gonna tell you guys a couple different stories about things that happened to me when I was 19. A couple different, you know, situations, relationships, friendships, things like that. I'm gonna take this off as well because it's not that cold out. I'm just being a diva. First, being what is hard to do is important to do. If it is hard, if it is difficult, if you're gonna struggle to have to do it, it's important to do at first, you know, and then that should show that over time, the more that you do it, it gets better and easier and it flows better and it's more fluent and it shouldn't be as difficult to do. But if it is hard to do, if it's difficult, if you probably don't want to do it at first, it's important to do. You probably should be doing it. And I feel like chances are, if it's easy, or the easier that something is, or easier it is to do, or the easier it is for you to accumulate or go buy or go get, probably the less likely you need to even be doing it. It's not a necessity. It doesn't need to be a part of your life. So just kind of pay attention to the things that were difficult, that you didn't see people your age doing, that you didn't see, you know, other people doing in general. Just those types of things that you only see the select groups of people doing, that is very hard to do. That you see people say, oh, I wish I could do that. They're lucky because they can do that. You know, but you actually look at it and it's just because they actually put in the work behind it that nobody wants to do. It's difficult to do. It's not easy. Another one that I would say is definitely important to me is that, like, everything that you include and that everything you are a part of, you're gonna have to once let go of. You know, so everything you attach to, every interaction with somebody that you make, that you choose to keep around, we're all gonna expire. One day this is not gonna be what this is. So just understanding that when you become friends with somebody, when you interlink with somebody in those types of ways, or not even with a specific person, but it could be with specific things. Just understand anything that you bring into your life is once something that you're gonna have to say goodbye to, is once something that you're gonna be okay with having the last conversation with, the last time using this, or the last time having this part of your life. Being okay with knowing that it's not a forever thing, it's going to be done at some point, you're gonna have to let go of it. And I've struggled with that in the past, absolutely. Just not even being able to understand fully that this is not permanent. So I have to enjoy now, I have to spend my time in now, because if it's not like that, then I'm gonna look back and say, wow, man, so what I'm gonna look back and make videos like this, you know? So it's super important to just take these things in and know it now and actually just be present. Present is like the #1 thing that I can highlight, bro. I've really just realized I gotta live in my present day. Every day I'm experiencing today, and that's the way to live life, because tomorrow you might have to let go of it. You know, it might be my last day of life tomorrow. I might have to let go of life tomorrow. You know, I don't know. You don't know. We don't know. For me, at least, and you guys take this how you want to take this, but in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, I guess you could say, but I believe that love is an idea. I think it's a concept. I think it's not an emotion. It's not something that you actually like have within you and you have to like just find. I don't believe in none of that. I think that love is a string of emotions put together, and that's what you're feeling in that moment is a ton of emotions clicking into emotions you haven't felt in a long time. I think dopamines and all that kind of stuff. I don't think that love is an actual emotion itself, that you're actually feeling it. So I've kind of tried to live my life in a way if I've been saying that I can't lead with love. I can't lead with, because what actually is love? You know that feeling of when you're like, okay, I'm in love, but like someone's like, how do you actually feel? Describe it. And it's just like, oh, I can't describe it. Yeah, you can't describe it because you actually don't even know what it is. It's not something that you can break down. It's just a combination of a bunch of things. Again, this is my opinion, you know, so the people who are in love, I'm happy for you, you know, because unfortunately I'm not there. I guess if that person does come around, my take on it, you know, they would have to make me feel a crazy way, because I've really reached that point in my life where I look back and it's like, I wish I wasn't involved with these people, because you do see it as a waste of time, you know? You see it as a waste of time, but you are thankful and all that good stuff. But at the same time, I'm not. You know, I wish I never met these people that I spent all this time with and gave my heart to and all that stuff, because they just treat you like bullshit, you know, and it's not really worth it in my opinion. Love to me is just kind of like a distraction. It really is, you know, and I know it sounds corny, and I lost myself a lot, you know, over these last couple of years, just being always attentive to another person, always paying attention to somebody else, and then them not giving you that same love back is the most important part in my opinion. I feel like love could work if you are both in love, you know what I'm saying? But I've loved so much, and when I say love, I mean love in the sense of what people consider love to be. It's giving your everything to somebody, and just when you're not even with, it doesn't mean just in front of them giving them everything, but when you're not with them, your whole life is just led to be best for both of you. You know, you are now thinking for the both of you, and that's where I got with two people. You know, I really actually got to that point where I could say that I was in love with them. And you know, it just really just ultimately leads to your heart getting broken sooner or later. You will be in this love feeling until that love feeling dies out, and it does have a point of dying out. It might be in a day, it might be in a year, it might be in 3 decades. Who knows when it is? I would say next after that, off of love, I kind of want to base this with the third one, with love, you know, is that family is absolutely everything. And I know I say love isn't really a thing and all that kind of stuff, but I do believe that the only people that if you are able to say, I do love somebody, I do possess this feeling of love, if you are able to say that, the only people I believe you should be saying that towards is your family. You can't really look back and say that I did love these people that I was in relationships with or whatever, this and that, but I can look back and say all throughout my entire life I've loved these people. I've loved my mom and my dad and my siblings and my aunts and uncles and the people around me. They've always brought happiness and smiles to me, and these have been people that I've wanted to care about and care for throughout my entire life, and it hasn't changed, it hasn't gone away. And I've also looked at and said, these people have cared about me and cared for me my entire life, and that matters just as much as me caring for them. I'm not also saying your family might be a lot different than my family. I'm blessed enough to say that I still got my parents, my siblings, I have aunts and uncles and grandparents and cousins and all these amazing people around me that I can call family. And we have a really, really, really good system built here. And the more family, because we're all super close, we're always hanging out and stuff like that, and it's really awesome, and I'm super blessed to have it. Yeah, YouTube, your family might be completely different than my family. Family is the people who love you just as much as you love them. And you can confidently say that they love you just as much as you love them. You know, just the people who deserve to be in your life. You gotta actually look at your life and say, do these people deserve to be in my life? You know, don't look and say, are you deserving to be in their life? Because you should be past that point. And if you're not past the point of knowing that you love everybody in your life, then you gotta go check that first. You know, you need to check the box of I love everybody around me. Once you love everybody around you, you have to be able to say, does everybody around me love and care about me? Do they want the best for me? Do they want to see me succeed just as much as I want to see them succeed? If that answer is yes, you got family. You got so much family, and I think that everybody needs to do a little bit more connecting with each other, because there's so much family to offer, you know? We could all truly be family, but it's unfortunate that people don't get along like they should. And I think this one is very important as well. This almost ties with the first thing that I talked about today, is that you need to work hard. because you only get what you deserve, you know? You only get what you deserve in this life. And I think that you really got to look at the fact that we have not figured out teleportation, have we? If you want to get somewhere, you still got to go somewhere to get there. You got to work hard to get what you want. You know, people are not lucky. I can't stand people who say people are lucky. I don't even think luck is a thing. Luck is a thing when you're playing like mini golf and stuff like that and you get a hole in one or whatever. That's when luck applies. Luck doesn't apply in the terms of life. In terms of succeeding and making it, you don't get lucky. Nobody's lucky. So you only get what you deserve. You don't. I've been able to look now in my life and be like, okay, this makes sense now, because I don't deserve it yet. I haven't earned this yet. I want this so bad. I want to get there so bad. But Alex, you haven't earned it yet. You don't deserve it yet. You're not working hard enough. Or maybe you're working hard enough, but you just simply haven't been working hard long enough. So maybe all it is you just got to work hard longer. But one point, I'm going to be able to say I got here because I deserve it. I earned it. I've worked hard. I've worked my ass off however long I had to work my ass off for. Now I can say I've earned it and I deserve it and I can sit here and then that's what it is, you know? But until you get there, you gotta work. You gotta work hard because it's not gonna just come. You're not just gonna wake up one morning and look in your bank account and see fucking $50 million just sitting in there ready for you to go. You know, that's not how it works. Somebody doesn't just deposit that into your account one day. You don't just get lucky. Don't look at those people who are, you know, the kids of kids of kids in this built family industry of just success and just billions of dollars. But think about it. They had to work to get there. Isn't that the dream? Isn't that the dream, to have all this money for your classes of like your grandchildren to work hard to continue and multiply, and then you just have this wealth built on your family tree from you? Another thing that I would like to talk about is the fact that you just gotta have fun. You gotta smile when it's hard to smile. You gotta smile when it's easy to smile. You always gotta hold a smile. You always gotta be having a good time. Because if you're doing all this hard work, if you're going through all the bullshit, at the end of the day, if you're not able to say that you're in some way enjoying it, you're never gonna get there. It's never gonna happen. You're never really gonna get there. You're never gonna deserve it. And second, I would say that, like, if you're not able to just kind of hold a smile or just be happy or just be a decent individual, you're never gonna actually have decent people around you. You're never gonna have family. You're never gonna have people who really care about you, and you're never gonna care about people. Who wants to be around that kind of person, you know? Everyone's struggling. Life is hard for everybody, not just you, not just the people around you. It's not just, the whole world is struggling. So let's struggle together. Go through it with other people. Smile, connect, talk to people. You know, I feel like if you're not just interacting, and even if you don't mean it, you know, like I said, fake it until you make it, because one day you're gonna mean it. If you start now and you start acting like it today. It's worked for me because for a long time I didn't get that. Everyone's going through it and it doesn't matter for anybody. Nobody cares about anybody at the end of the day. So struggle with others, man. Go through it with other people. Make somebody else's day a little bit easier. Like you want somebody to make your day a little bit easier. You know, it goes a long way when you look at it like that. Maybe I am just crazy though. I'm aware that I might just be crazy. Here's another one that I would absolutely say is that it is absolutely okay to be wrong. To my younger self, to old Alex, it's okay to be wrong. I also didn't know that in a lot of situations, but when it came down to my own personal self, I didn't. I would always be beating myself up about things. Alex, you're not successful yet. Why do you not have this amount of money to your name? Why are you not here and doing this and around these people and out doing this in the world? Alex, let's go, hurry up, you're falling behind. I'm always beating myself up. I was able to take blame when I was wrong in situations with other people. When things happened in life, I was able to take blame. I didn't struggle with that, honestly. But honestly, where I struggled, I had situations where, but I didn't give myself time, you know? It was just like, in a month from now, you need to be here. And it was just an unreasonable place for me to be in a month. And then in a month when I wasn't there, I was mad at myself and I beat myself up for it. And ultimately, it worked in a way because it made you work harder. But in a way, I wasn't giving myself any credit. It ultimately just leading to me being in this like depression. It just led to me being drained and sad and exhausted. And it led to me being so exhausted and just getting more mad at myself for being mad at myself. Does that make sense? I was literally to the point of just getting mad at myself because I was always so mad at myself. I was never doing good enough for myself. I was never working hard enough for myself. Man, I just wish that I would just be able to, in my past, go back to myself and just say, dude, chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Just chill out, dude. For real, I wish that I just really, and you know what the thing is too, man, as a kid and throughout my life, I've always been this person. I've always taken walks. I've always spent time by myself. I've always done these things. But even still, man, it's just like, I look back and I just wish I've just really been able to just chill out and just enjoy things more, because it's not that serious. I had to realize, man, and I wish I realized this so much sooner. You're not gonna get there instantaneously. It's gonna take time and hard work, and part of me was mad at myself that I wasn't there already because I didn't want to put in the work to get there, you know? It was like, well, you already worked a little bit, so why are you not there already, you know? That's what I was saying to myself. You worked a bit, but so why are you not already there? But I didn't realize, dude, you gotta work a lot more than that. It takes a lot more than that to get there. That's why everybody's not there already. That's why everybody's not at the top. You gotta put in the actual work, not just a couple days or weeks or months or years. It takes a long time. It takes a lot going into it. That even the most experienced people make mistakes. Everybody's wrong in some situation. You know, you're always gonna be wrong through life. You're gonna be 85 making mistakes. In fact, as you get really old like that, you're gonna be more wrong. You know, you're gonna forget more shit. So just realize that this isn't permanent. You're probably in the best state of mind right now that you'll ever be in your life. So work hard now, enjoy it now, and appreciate it now, because you're gonna keep making mistakes throughout your life, throughout your future. It's never gonna go away. So embrace it. That's also what I've realized, bro. I've really tried to just, like, when I do make mistakes, when I am struggling, when it is hard, when I'm getting upset, I've just tried to be like, hey, well, maybe I'll just, you know, sit here and just ponder on it for a minute, you know? Just sit here, and sometimes when I make a mistake and I see myself getting mad at myself, I literally say, okay, Alex, cool. And I just sit there for a minute. I just sit in it. Just sit in it for a minute, because you don't like it. And it pisses you off, so you don't like it. So you just sit in it and just deal with it for a minute until you can say, okay, I'm calmed down now, and then it doesn't bother you. And then you're like, hold on, before I fix this, why were you even upset about it in the first place? It's not that big of a deal. And you have a whole different mindset to it, and you're looking at it entirely differently. When you're in discomfort, when you're making mistakes, when you're doing stuff like that, sit in it for a minute. Deal with it for a minute. Don't fix it right away and attack it again. So true. I know we've been saying these things for decades, man. These things that are coming out of my mouth, it's nothing new, but it's things that you don't really realize you got to do every single day. You can't just take it into your mind and know it. You gotta do it, you know, you gotta really apply it, because I didn't apply it for a long time. I was always getting mad and beating on myself and taking the anger out on myself, and I didn't have a place to just displace it and just get it out, you know? But then I started to do different things in my life and change my attitude toward things, and you just lose these types of feelings, because you don't have to have them. You don't gotta be like that. That really helped me, man, being able to be in discomforting situations or be wrong or embarrassed, and then especially embarrassed. Being embarrassed is a big one. When I'm working in my restaurant job, if something embarrassing happens, or even when I'm talking to people and I get embarrassed or whatever, you don't even know that I'm embarrassed, because I've become so okay with it now, where I'm cool with it, you know? It's something I'm cool with, because it's just another emotion. It's just another feeling we all got, you know? So it's when you realize these things, when you're scared, when you're upset or mad or sad, it's just another emotion. It's another feeling, another trigger. You just gotta know how to deal with. And then once you know how to deal with it, you're good. So yes, being patient with yourself is another one that I wanted to say, but we've kind of already talked about that. Just being patient, just understanding that you're not gonna get there right away. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take every single day of you working hard, because you're gonna have to do it every day. Yeah, I gotta put the puffer back on because it's cold, man. Now this one's definitely important, and definitely something that I wish I knew, is that being alone is okay. Being alone is awesome, and people are overrated as fuck, bro. you know, people are overrated, bro. You hang around people too much, and then it's just, you don't even want to be alone. You find yourself wishing you could be home and by yourself in your room, curled up in your bed or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be around people too much, and then when you're alone, you wish that you were around people. So it's just like in the winter right now when I'm freezing, I'm looking for the goddamn summertime to come around, but then the summertime I'm out here sitting and baking in the sun, and I wish that it was a little bit colder out here, you know? But again, I will take the summer over the winter any day of the year. Don't get me wrong, bro. Fuck the winter, bro. It's too cold for this shit. But like, also, can we talk about the fact that Connecticut is crazy? Because why does it look so nice outside and like so warm? I promise you, it is not warm, bro. It's cold. Anyway, yeah, man, just being okay with the fact that you're gonna be alone in life, and that's the way that life is supposed to be. At the end of the day, you got yourself. You don't got this person, and they don't got you like you really think that they do. because they don't. Because I also found that it's like when I was a kid, bro, I loved being alone, you know? There was no problem with being alone. I wanted to be alone and I didn't care for other people. And then you grow up and you look for other people and it's like, no, man, you gotta kind of just get back to not being a kid, but in a way being a kid in that way. It's cool to be alone. You gotta go find your passions. You gotta go try different things. You gotta also go meet different people. You know, that's the cool part about being alone, is that there's these things around us going on. So you gotta go be a part of them and interact and connect and stuff like that. Man, my best friend throughout life, we've struggled, let me tell you something. But my best friend throughout life has always been myself. I always have talked to myself. You ask my parents, as an 8-year-old kid walking around the house, they've heard me murmuring and talking to myself, of course, because I've done it through my entire life. And I don't joke when I say that. I've done it through my entire life. It's my way of, I don't really know. I've never really had somebody to talk to and get it off my chest. Now this YouTube thing is kind of cool and convenient because I'm pretty good talking to a camera because I've always just kind of been talking about my feelings and thoughts to myself. The fact that one day there will not be one day. And I kind of want to highlight this, that if you made it this far in the video, this is going to kind of be what's kind of in the title. The fact that I've lost over $50,000 over the past year of my life. Is one day it's all going to come to an end. It's not going to be another, you're going to wake up and somebody around you that you thought was going to be around you forever is not going to be around you anymore. Or whatever it is, you're not going to be here anymore yourself. You know, just one day life is going to end in the blink of an eye. Or one day we're going to be old saying, I remember these days, I miss these days, you know. It's going to happen to all of us. We're all going to make it through the cycle of life. So just knowing that it's going to end. We're not all going to be here forever. We're not permanent. Nothing around us is permanent. I got into a very unfortunate car accident when I was, over the course of being 19 years old. It was in the month of July. And I was unfortunately with 3 passengers in my car. I had my friend in the front seat and 2 of his friends in the back seat. And one of the kids, it was the first time I ever met them in my life. And the other kid, I know. We used to be friends back in the day. It was raining. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. We were coming around a curve and I hydroplaned and lost control of the car. We smashed into a guardrail. The guardrail broke and it went into my engine. Well, another like 5 to 10 feet, it would have come through into the front 2 seats where I was and where my passenger was. The airbags went off, which like 100% saved our lives. Nobody was injured and hurt in the accident. We were all able to hop right out the vehicle. Thank God. It was completely in flames by the time the fire department and everybody got there. The telephone pole around it had broken. I had to pay for everything like that. But it was a situation that I am incredibly grateful for everybody around me to be able to walk away from. It was a very, very, very scary feeling I will never forget in my life, of actually initially smacking that airbag and just thinking that I just killed 3 people. I will never forget that feeling. I will never forget that feeling. I will say that again because it is so true, and it's something that is just installed in me for life. And I've absolutely led my life completely differently since that accident. I've thought about things completely differently. I see things differently. I see people differently. And those 3 people that were involved in the accident are all trying to sue me, which is okay and it's all right. It also was just sad to see, I kept the wrong people around me. It's just the people in high school that you keep around you. It's unfortunate to see what could happen, And I'm very, very grateful that they're okay. It just could have been a very crazy situation. I was gifted like the week before that, like a $200 certificate to, I don't remember what the tire place was, but I had a $200 certificate to go get new tires that I was supposed to do because mine were bald as shit. And I never ended up going and getting those new tires, and we hydroplaned that night. So I was almost the reason why I killed 3 of my friends. So I didn't care about my car. It didn't matter that the BMW was gone, but it was the sole fact I was scared to even move a muscle and then deal with my life of now being a murderer. It was a very good feeling, just being able to see everybody in front of me. I didn't give a shit about the car or nothing. Like I said, that thing burned up in flames. Nobody tried to put the fire out or nothing. We weren't worried about that. But yeah, rest in peace to the BMW. I just kind of wanted to share that with the YouTube because I haven't really told you guys about that. But yeah, YouTube, those are a couple things that I wish that I knew when I was 19 and I could have, taken with me. But like I said, these are things that I'm taking with me throughout my life now, and I hope that you guys take with you as well. Yo, I just remember that Bobcat from earlier, bro. That shit was crazy, bro. I've never had that happen to me in my entire life, bro. That was crazy. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. That was a good one. I talked about some good stuff, some things that I wanted to share with you guys that I think is important. So, and make sure you let me know in the comments if you made it this far in the video. Also, be sure to let me know if you're liking these daily videos, and I'll see you tomorrow.